Hi everybody! In today's video I'm going to show you how to make oxtails in the Instant Pot for dinner, suitable for keto and carnivore. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share recipes and cooking ideas for keto and carnivore. If you're new here, please hit subscribe, and products and links to recipes that I mention in the video, I will be posting them down below so that you can follow them later. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so these are my oxtails that I'm going to cook for dinner tonight. If you're anything like me, you may have gone through your whole life without ever having oxtail or buying them or knowing why anyone would eat them. They are actually quite delicious. I discovered them soon after I started doing carnivore, and they are a high cartilage bone, so they are loaded with collagen, excellent for your skin and nails, hair. So they're a good food to eat on carnivore. They're great if you do buy some. I'll give you a tip later on what to do with some leftovers to really up the ante on any bone broth that you make. So we'll talk about that later, but let's get started on these. I've already patted them dry, and so I'm going to season them before they go into the Instant Pot. Basically, the process is going to be to brown them first in the Instant Pot, then we're going to add some liquid, and then in about 45 minutes, dinner is done. So the seasoning I'm using today, and you can just use salt if you're pure carnivore. Some people would consider this carnivore-ish, but that's okay. So I have 2 teaspoons of salt in here, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon onion powder. And I'm just going to sprinkle and kind of rub all the surfaces with this seasoning. I don't know if I'll use it all up, but we'll see. There's about 3 pounds of oxtails here. So I'm going to heat up the Instant Pot. I'm going to start by hitting the saute button. I will heat up some tallow. I'm going to heat that up in here to brown the meat. If you watched my last video, this is the tallow that I made, and it's perfect for things like this, for browning meat. I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons. Okay, my tallow is sizzling in there, so I'm going to start putting meat in. I would probably do this in 2 batches because I don't want to overcrowd the meat when I'm browning it. I want to be able to get all sides nice and brown. Okay, we'll just let that brown for a minute. Okay, I'm going to take these out and put the other ones in. Just going to add a little bit more tallow. They'll do. So I'm going to deglaze the pan, the Instant Pot. I have 1 cup of beef bone broth in there. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of Worcestershire. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. A lot of people, I can hear it already. It's not keto. It does have sugar in it. It's way down there in the ingredients, maybe for molasses and sugar. There's 1 carb in 1 teaspoon, and for the flavor that it adds, I like to still use it, but you totally don't have to. It's just my personal preference here. I'm willing to sacrifice a carb for the entire recipe there. I'm going to add the rest of my 1 cup of liquid in here. And now I'm going to put on the lid and we'll get this going. Okay, so I'm making sure that it's in the sealed position on the Instant Pot, and I'm going to press the stew button. That'll take about 45 minutes, and we'll go do other things like cleaning up while we wait for that. Okay, so the Instant Pot is finished. I like to let it count down for 10 minutes. So it's just going to be a few more minutes. It's doing natural release, and then we'll vent the pressure that's left after that. All right, look what we have. We've got some lovely oxtail here. Okay. That looks really good. So I just want to give this a little try and see how we did. Normally I would just pick them up with my hands and eat them. I'm trying to be polite because I'm on camera. But so I just want to take a piece off and give it a try. Now, I said I had a bonus tip for you. Do not throw out these oxtail bones when you're done. Can you see all of that cartilage on there? If you make bone broth, these are perfect to throw into the bone broth. So just throw all your bones in the freezer for when you're ready to make bone broth. If you use these bones, you're guaranteed for your bone broth to be gelatinous. They are wonderful. That's a great thing about oxtail. It's just full of collagen. It's really good for your skin and for gut healing, everything else. So save those bones. I'm going to enjoy this for my dinner tonight. So I hope you liked the video and learned something about making oxtail. Very easy in the Instant Pot, comes out so tender, and I think you'll enjoy it. And I hope to see you on the next video.
Throw me off.
Okay. And here we go. Nothing happened.